going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back with ICC Test Match Player and Country Rankings, you know, the current WTC points table. We will be taking a look at that and the current player rankings, all-rounders, bowlers and batsmen in the world. There is plenty of test cricket that's been happening. The Ashes has just wrapped up. The South Africa versus India test series has just finished. The New Zealand versus Bangladesh test, two-match series has now finished as well. So a bit of test cricket has now passed. I did this video probably about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago when Labuschagne was first announced as the #1 test batsman. So like almost a month ago now. And I thought, we'll let all these series of test cricket finish before we get back. I've had people damning me saying, do another ranking video. The rankings have changed for the players and for the nations. And I thought, you know what? We'll wait. We'll wait until all the series of cricket are over so we can get a better look at it all. But hey, if you're a cricket fan and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe right now. But hey, let's just jump straight into it. The left column, batsmen. Middle column, bowlers. The far right, all-rounders. You get the gist. Let's go. We go from the left to the right if you are new here, from 10 all the way to the top. So in batsman, Dean Elgar had a decent series against India. Hassan Ali bowler. Colin de Grandhomme as an all-rounder. He is an all-rounder. All right, batsman. This is one that might shock you. Virat Kohli is now the #9 ranked batsman in the world, test batsman. This is someone who's been #1 for years in a row, who has not left that top 5 batsman rankings since like 2015. He's been a top 5, ICC ranked batsman for like almost a decade now in that top 5. He's almost out of the top 10. He's pretty close to being surpassed by Dean Elgar. It would be a tragedy if Virat was to fall out of the top 10. That's a big one. Neil Wagner, #9 bowler. He's gone down a ranking. Chris Wokes didn't play too many test matches in the Ashes, so he didn't really move. #8, we've got Babar Azam. I know the Pakistan fans would be very happy to see Azam above Kohli. I'm sure there's a lot of Twitter wars between Pakistan fans and Indian fans on Twitter, and yeah, I didn't know this until now. This could cause controversy. #8 for the bowlers, Josh Hazlewood, unfortunately only played the 1 test match in the Ashes. It saw him go down 2 places in the rankings, down to #8. Pat Cummins, the #8 all-rounder in the world in test cricket. Doesn't surprise me. He's pretty decent with the stick in hand. Alright, #7. The #7th ranked batsman, David Warner, had a very good start to the Ashes. Still happy to see him in the #10. He's had plenty of doubters, so good to see him still in there. #7 bowler is the man Tim Southee. And the #7 all-rounder, another Kiwi, Kyle Jamieson. Of course, very trusted with both ball and bat in hand. The #6 batsman in the world, Dimuth Karunaratne. I say Karunaratne. It's never right, but it's the easiest way for me to say it. Dimuth from Sri Lanka. They see their first player on this list. 754 ranking points. At #6, had a very good 2021/2020, so deserved. #6 bowler in the world, the man Jimmy Anderson. He's about 52 now. He's still playing cricket. I think he's got about maybe one more season, one more year in him to play test cricket. Knowing Jimmy Anderson, he could go for another 4 years if he really wanted, but yeah, the fact, this is arguably the greatest pace bowler of all time. He may be English, and I may not really like people from England. Well, the cricket team rivalry in a sense, but hey, you got to give credit where credit's due. He's taken the most wickets as a paceman, I believe, ever, right? The fact that he's still playing is ridiculous. The #6 all-rounder, #F Ben Stokes. We move on from Ben Stokes because we do not care. All right, the #5 test-ranked batsman in the world is the hitman himself, the hitman Sharma. He could be the new test captain for India. Who knows? No surprises there. Didn't play any test cricket against South Africa, unfortunately, but still ranked #5. Still very good. #5 bowler in the world is Kagiso Rabada. I thought he had a very good series against against India was the third leading wicket taker in that series, I think it was. So he's gone down a position. That's actually surprising to me. He had a really good series and has gone down in rankings. I don't know how that's fair. The number 5 all-rounder in the world, the man M. Starke. Not many people would think of him as an all-rounder, but he's averaging like over 30 in the last 2 years with the bat. He's a very, he is such a vital piece to our, batting team to our 11 to have someone like him come in at number 8, number 7/8, and be able to throw the stick around, put on an extra 30 to 40 runs, wins your test matches, so really important there. Number 4, batsman, Kane Williamson, no surprise. Bowler, Shaheen Afridi, he's gone down a position as well, which is surprising. I'm really excited to see how he goes against Australia in March in that series on home soil. The number 4 all-rounder, no surprises, the man from Bangladesh, Shakib Al Hasan. Alright, number 3, we're moving to the top 3s now. The number 3 test batsman in the world, Stephen Smudge Smith. Hey, he hasn't scored a century in like 2 years, and he hasn't been in great form. Did not have a good Ashes at all. I mean, with all due respect to Smithy, he had a pretty average Ashes series. I don't think he passed 50 more than twice, 3 times the entire series, which for Steve Smith is a surprise. I believe it was his first Ashes series without scoring a century as well on home soil, which is, it's unfortunate for Smudge. I mean, it would have been a record he would have liked to keep, especially as dominant as we were this series. He didn't have to step up. The number 3 test bowler in the world, who has gone up 6 positions. Jeez, I know he had a decent series against Bangladesh, but I didn't think it was that good. I mean, they have just come off a recent series, of course, in India late last year as well, so he's had plenty of time to play plenty of cricket. He's gone up 6 ranking spots. He's the number 3 ranked bowler in the world. He's also the 7th ranked all-rounder. So he's, I mean, we always knew he was a generational talent. He's, almost 7 foot tall, bowls 150 Ks, and can hit the ball as far as Chris Gale. So he's a special talent. I mean, geez. The number 3 all-rounder in the world is still Sir Ravindra Jadeja. Hasn't played much cricket recently since the IPL. Obviously played the T20 World Cup, but has not been seen in any cricket since. No. He did play test matches against New Zealand, I think it was as well. But since then, hasn't. Didn't go to the tour to South Africa. I don't believe he's a part of the ODI squad, which starts tonight as I'm recording, so unfortunate there. We go on to the batsmen. We've got Alan DeGeneres, a.k.a. Joe Root, in number 2. Again, that's no real surprise. Had one of the best calendar years possible in 2021. Didn't have a great Ashes, but he's still number 2. Number 2 bowler in the world is the man Ravi Ashwin, who has had a really, really, really great last 4 or 5 years. He's had an amazing career, and he's still one of the best players in the world. The number 2 all-rounder in the world is the exact same bloke, Ravi Ashwin. Not only has he provided with the ball, but in the last few years, he's been so vital to India's batting order. The same as Mitchell Stark, to be able to come in at number 7, number 8, number 9, and just go out there and smack the stick around and make vital runs. Ashwin has, 5 test centuries to his name. Was one of the best batsmen against South Africa as well in the recent series. Number 2 all-rounder, it might sound, dumb that Ashwin's counted as an all-rounder, but when you're making that many runs and taking that many poles, you deserve to be there. And here we go. Drum roll, please. Here we go. The number 1 batsman in the world has not changed. The man Marnus loose bus change. Comfortably sitting at number 1 with the ranking points. Well deserved. He's had an amazing last couple years, hasn't he? Obviously didn't have a great back end to the Ashes series. Scored 1 century throughout the series. Had a decent start. Didn't finish well, but the test for him is going to be going over to play in foreign conditions. He'll be one of the first picked to the Pakistan series. I know we've got test matches, I believe, against New Zealand as well. India coming up in 2022. So it's going to be a massive test for Man to hold that number 1 position, but to prove to everyone that he's not just going to be a flat track bully. like Kane Williamson. No, I'm playing. Hey, the number 1 bowler in the world, also an Australian. The man Cum Express, the Cummo. He's the best bowler in the world, there is no doubt. You know what? There is no Jasprit Bumrah on this list. Wow. I just realised Jasprit Bumrah is not on the top 10 ranking list for bowlers. No Mohammad Shami either. That surprises me a lot. The number 1 test all-rounder, Jason Holder. When was the last time Jason Holder played a test match? I honestly thought he had retired from test cricket. Clearly not. He's still the number 1 test batsman in the world. I don't think he's moved from the number 1 test all-rounder in months. Like, so long. Hey, but there are your rankings. We're about to go through all the countries in a moment, so let's do that. All right, we are now here with the World Test Championship table. Of course, this is updated after literally every test match. But again, I thought I would wait until all the series are done so we can get a good look. We're probably almost a quarter of the way through the World Test Championship. Of course, the reigning champions, New Zealand for the first time last year. And now this is where the table, there's already some big moves. England are fucked, essentially. Like, England, 10 penalty overs. They've played 2 series, have won 1 test match, lost 6, drawn 2. Yeah, no, they're fucked. They're you know, apologies for the language, but they are cooked. England are not making the World Test Championship final. We probably knew that, but to see them last warms the heart with a little joy. Only 9% time they have won. That's sad. Sri Lanka. Who would have thought? They've played 2 test matches. They won both. They sit at the top of the table. Good on them. Australia, we're in second position with 4 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses in 1 series. Of course, only the Ashes. We sit comfortable there. Pakistan, they've won 3 matches, lost 1, 0 draws in 2 series. So they're sitting solid. South Africa, they sit here with 24 points. 2 wins. 1 loss, 1 series. Of course, their only series so far being against India. India have already played 3 series. 3 series towards this. And India are in trouble. I mean, if India want to make it back to the World Test Championship, they're going to have to win all of their next load of test match cricket. I can't remember what their next schedule looks like. But, yeah, they're going to have to win a lot. 49% win rate. 53 points is great, but, you know, 4 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws in 3 series, 3 penalty overs as well. You know, those penalty overs, they cost a lot. You've only got to look at England. They've got goddamn 10. So if you build up too many of these penalties, you're going to find yourself near the bottom of the table. It's just that simple. New Zealand, unfortunately, 1 win, 2 losses, 1 draw in 2 series. They're not looking too hot crash. Bangladesh, Windies. No, yeah, they're not going to make it. So that doesn't really matter. But hey, that is the points table. That is the current updated player rankings as well in the world of Test cricket. Of course, the best format of Test cricket. If I should be going through, if you want me to do any other format of cricket, at the moment, of course, we've got the ODI series coming up between, you know, India and South Africa, which starts tonight as I'm recording the first match. We've got Australia versus Sri Lanka and versus New Zealand matches coming up this year. The test series against Pakistan. We've got the Windies have been playing Ireland. Zimbabwe's been I mean, there's plenty of cricket going on at the moment. The points tables are always getting updated. So if you want me to cover any other formats, let me know. Leave a like. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.